Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we talk about updated tier lists. Yeah, so you're seeing this on a Saturday, which means that last Saturday, so today for me and last Saturday for you, I did an updated tier list on champions with Voyix and Cranberry. So yeah, it's pretty cool. If you follow either of those channels, you probably have already seen it or maybe heard about it. We did one a while back, and it kind of jived a bit with some things I covered in the Champion series of the Train of Thought back a few weeks ago. Whenever I finished that, but I gave some updated takes on champions and things after having played a lot with them, and just kind of felt feeling them out a little more. If you're interested in that, I encourage you to check it out. The TLDR, well, I guess TLDW really, is more like I feel like a lot of champions are worse than I originally estimated, and then some of them are just as good as I estimated. None of them really got better, I think, with time. So, and there hasn't been a balance patch, so it's not like there's much to say there. So, anyway, check it out. I wasn't planning on putting a link to it. Maybe I'll remember to put a link to it in the description. That might be fun. But if I don't, you just kind of search for Voyix on YouTube and you'll find it. So, yeah, fair enough. I think that's all I'm going to say on that. So, just to remind anyone joining us for the first time, welcome, by the way. This is a series where I'm covering the rare units, all 18 of them, the banner ones specifically for all clans. And I'm doing that by using a mod to construct runs. Basically, I am replacing my first banner unit that I pull out of a unit draft or banner with the rare unit of interest using the Stoker Deck Editor mod, which is what's turned on here. So nothing too crazy there. If memory serves, I keep saying that, but the truth is that I just have a terrible memory about this, and I always have to look at the logbook to know for sure. But I'm pretty confident, and no, I'm actually very confident, actually. Yeah. Anyway, Consumer of Crowns was our last run. We were at a 20-0 win streak, and he did big work. I think that run was extremely compelling. I'm very pleased with it because it showcased a very confident win with Consumer of Crowns as my primary source of damage. And, you have to do some shenanigans to get it to pop out. And I did hit a minor refraction, which is a pretty big high roll. But if you watched the video, then you know that the whole time before I hit that minor refraction, I still had a plan in motion that would have won. It just looked a little different once I could, shrink the floor up. So pretty cool. The supporting roles there were things like Imp Parade 2, Imperialist 1, Queen, lots of imps. I think there was an infinite, or rather an endless molting imp infusion inside of a rage imp, which is always excellent. I had ashes, so my imps were good. It was a real solid run. Big fan. And now we're moving on to an Awoken run. So you remember the last time I played Awoken, I struggled immensely with Wilting Sapwood. This unit, fortunately, is not as bad as Wilting Sapwood. We will be looking at Vinemother. So, Vinemother is an interesting unit. It's hard to rate this unit because it's a tank, and it kind of doesn't do much, but it's also pretty good. So for those of you not looking at the screen, it is a 1 Ember 2 space tank in Awoken. It has a 0 attack, 35 HP stat line, and it has an ability text that says, resolve, add a sting spell to your hand. Its infusion is plus 10 HP, and summon, add 3 sting spells to your hand. So basically Thornlord's ability with some HP attached. This thing, all it does is it creates stings for you. And that's good and bad, right? There's obviously the immediate value here if you're fighting something like Diligent Seraph, because every sting that just pops out immediately counters whatever the consume effect is on Diligent, so you never actually lose any part of your deck. This lets you aggressively play with like units and not taking card drafts that you don't really need. You maybe notice when I'm playing against Diligent, I will draft things that I don't necessarily need that are low impact, replace themselves, or otherwise like kind of cheap, right? low opportunity cost stuff in order to avoid death by diligent when you lose all your important stuff and your holdover ability goes away and you just kind of GG and give up. So Vine Mother prevents that from being a problem, which is great. Vine Mother's also better than she sounds because there are a lot of good sting relics in Awoken. There are three that matter. Well, two really that matter here. I'll pull them up real quick. You've got Channel Heart, which makes stings get plus 20 magic power, and you have Thorn Casing, which gives stings 10 magic power and piercing. And in the universe where you see both, the stings that pop out of Vine Mother have piercing with 40 spell power, which is pretty intense. The other part of this is that it's card draw, right? So she pops out a sting on turn one or whenever you play her, and then you play that sting, and the next turn you draw a new card, you draw more cards. This is good because you're seeing more cards, but it does mean that when you cycle back around in your deck the second time or the third time, there are a lot of stings in your discard pile that now shuffle in. So you're drawing more cards, but some of those are now stings. So are you really drawing more cards? It's tough to say. Obviously, this is extremely good with things like incant because a sting triggers incant. And so if you're just generating free incants, this just goes crazy real quick. She's excellent in those builds. And this is also really strong if you just want to do damage. I mean, seeing this early is pretty compelling because it's just free damage into heavies and things. And once you see a relic or something, you do really well with it. So her ability is good. It's hard for me to feel bad about this card just because you play it. And you know, the stat line, the 1 Ember and 2 Size, it's just a good tank, right? You can do this in front of almost anything and it feels pretty fine. You know, you've got your 2 space backline unit, like a Shattered Shell or something. You could fit an Imp on the floor, a Tomb or something. You could do some stuff. You could take space, take 2 backlines. You've got a lot of options here. And she has a really good defensive stat line. 35 HP is just very good, right? I mean, that's Titan Sentry out of the box. So you'll love to see that kind of survivability on a unit. So, really good stat line. It solves a lot of the problems you want to solve with a unit like this, and it does something productive. So it's pretty good. I'm a big fan of it. And yeah, it's really hard to find anything bad to say about it, but it's also really hard to find anything that's like super great, right? I mean, it has some synergies, but it's not like game winning on its own. It's rare that I'm going to see this and go, oh, snap, Vine Mother, and then just take it. Uh, the cases where I'm doing that are, Diligent Seraph or an incant build or something like that. The infusion is really interesting. And I say interesting because it has strange synergies that are extremely strong sometimes. It's a summon trigger, right? So if you want to do something really strange, find this with Ashes of the Fallen in a Hellhorned run, and you summon 6 sting spells with this. Now do something even weirder and put this on an Endless Imp or something, and your Endless Imp just loads your hand with as many stings as you can fit. And it's pretty cool, especially if those are upgraded stings, right? Because you could just blast out like 240 damage of stings if you pull 6 of them into your hand or something. And sure, it means that your redraws kind of suck because you draw a lot of stings, but if your cards are endless, holdover, and you draw 10 every turn without having to do anything, you don't even need boss relics for draw at that point, it can be pretty cool. I've only had that happen once, and it was really bizarre but really strong. So, yeah, there's like niche synergies with this. I don't think I would use it normally because, I mean, you get 3 stings, okay. I don't feel like that's particularly great, but there are rare cases on, anything that you're playing a lot where this can be kind of cool, actually. So, definitely don't sleep on it, but also, don't run home and sing to your parents about it or anything. It's not that great. So there's not much else really to say here about Vine Mother. I'm not going to feel bad in this whatever the run is. So yeah, fair enough. In the tiering scheme of things, where I have an S tier as a unit, you can take at any point, pivot into it, and win the game convincingly with it. It's an S tier, and the opposite side, where it's a terrible unit you should never draft, and if you somehow get it, you should get rid of it, is a D tier. This is a solid B tier unit. It's just good. I mean, if you need a tank, it's just fine. If you need something that counters Diligent, cool. It's basically Thorn Fruit at that point. And if you have some incant synergies, sweet. It's good. It's fine. Now I'm going to not. I'm going to random right for my secondary clan here. So I might get something that just doesn't benefit from Vinemother at all, and then you just get to see her being very average. But with any luck, maybe I see something that really benefits from it, like an incant build or something. So we'll see. We will see. Now, hopping over here to the run screen, we're going to be playing Awoken. Now, to talk briefly about the champions and which ones benefit better from it, I'm going to tell you out of the gate, I tend to think that Vinemother is the best frontliner for Wyldenten, because Wyldenten is a 3-space beefcake that does stuff, and Vinemother is a good tank. The only downside is that Vinemother really only wants to partner with Predator, because Predator is flimsy and doesn't really have great survivability. You can give a lot of plus 25s to Vinemother. She's a good tank in that sense. She doesn't really contribute much offensively other than, a few stings here and there, but she makes sure Predator doesn't die. So that's good. I mean, it's certainly good. The only problem is it's not really a good pairing with Strangler or Thornlord, because Thornlord is a tank, right? And then, okay, you have Thornlord generating stings and you have Vinemother generating stings. Those contradict pretty hard. On the flip side, with Sentient is a really good 2-space tank, right? So the main problem is if you're playing Cultivating or if you're playing, I guess, heaven forbid, Explosive, you're going to use Sentient as your tank for whatever your backline is. You're not going to use a Vinemother. And the only time Vinemother's really good here is with Spikes, because Spike Sentient you can just chuck on a lower floor, it kills some enemies, and then your mainline plan is on a higher floor, and it's got Vinemother tanking for your whatever it is, your Animus, your Shattered Shell, etc., etc. So, I mean, obviously, there's the conflict of interest between Spike Sentient and Shattered Shell there, but you kind of get my drift, right? Like, there's a line there that makes sense. So as you might imagine, this is kind of awkward because both of these champions have weird bad hits with Vinemother. She doesn't make more sense with one than the other necessarily. And this is opposite of Consumer of Crowns, where you're like, hey, Shardtail Queen, give me those starting imps, please. And you just don't want it with Hornbreaker Prince unless you have the high roll imp starter kind of thing. This is like it's going to depend on your champion, I guess. So we'll see. It's very possible that whatever I pick here, she kind of just gets tossed away. I'm going to try really hard to make her work, but you can't force it, right? She's just a tank that is okay at best. And her infusion's not amazing unless you hit the high roll, so I don't know. I think I am going to play with Wyldenten here, because if I do see Predator, I feel pretty good about that. And you can always pivot from Strangler to Predator later. I don't think Strangler's very good right now. I probably wouldn't start with it. But I don't know, maybe you see the fabled Omega Sting run where you have all 3 Sting relics and you have Thornlord and Vinemother generating stings every turn. Who knows? It could happen. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So we will try it with Wyldenten and see how this goes. We are random secondary, Covenant 25, no mutators. All right, let's see how we do. All right. Hopefully you're all having a good day. I'm doing okay myself. It's been a busy week, and I've had a lot of doctor's appointments actually, and it's been really bothersome because they just schedule them at the worst times, and my job is just like, haha, time to have a meeting, and it's so annoying having to reschedule them constantly because of conflicts like that. I've been bouncing around with my neurologist for weeks at this point, and it's like, geez, I just feel bad, right? Because she schedules her time around me and I'm doing nothing with it, so it's like, whatever. I don't know. It kind of sucks. Hopefully you all don't have those problems. I guess that's just adult issues that I deal with, so thanks, NASA. Very cool. All right, let's dig into this. We have Exile Awoken with default melting. We have dregs in this run. Well, that's not a great combo for Vinemother. We'll see what we do. We have Daze Talos, we have Rage Fell, and Patient Seraph. It's kind of a gunky setup for Patient. We have Restoration, Detonation, Dripfall, and Wildwood Custodian. This is bizarre. This start really kind of makes no sense. It's one of those things where you see this and you go, okay, I mean, maybe Melting just kind of takes over my run, and I don't know, maybe I kill and reform Wyldenten a bunch. You really have no idea what's going to happen here. It's not necessarily bad, but it's bizarre. And it doesn't really answer Patient naturally very well. I mean, we do have Dripfall, which is nice. I could -1 hold over this, and then that kind of just like makes him go away for a bit. Maybe they show me Drop Cage, and I feel pretty good about it. But you know, Wildwood Custodian, I'm just gonna like get him killed. He's not even that great here. I'll take a Restoration Detonation. I don't know. Let's see what we get. We're gonna find direction from whatever we happen to see here. So, all right. It's worth noting we have no pings here, right? We do have Drip Falls, but we're very bad into a 9-2 at this point, which is pretty unfortunate. You know, it's weird. The last time I saw Petrified Crucible in a start with Wyldenten, the run showed me a Thorned Hollow that actually would have made sense with like a holdover Immortal trade, and truly that would have been a good high roll. But I just can't look at this card, I mean this relic here, and think that this is good. There's just no way. You see this and I go, well, in what universe would I ever take Petrified Crucible here? It's just Thorned Hollow, and Root Seeds is terrible for Thorned Hollow. There's no world. And Worn Grindstone is pretty boring. It doesn't do much, it's just +5, hooray. I mean, I guess that's okay. I will take it here, but I don't feel great about it. Okay, we get to see Thornlord and Predator. Now, for awareness, I'm not going to pick anything that assumes that I know I'm going to see a Vinemother, right? So like, obviously Vinemother plays nicely with Predator here, but I'm only going to pick Predator if it makes sense for my start here. I do think both of these are pretty good, and I actually think Thornlord is the best of the Wyldentens right now because it's just the most consistent. You get a decent tank out of it, it does something, it scales, and it does good damage at the end there because of the incant ability, and it's extra draw, and, you know, it opens up sting lines, right? So you can see Channel Heart and things and feel pretty good about it. So I really do like Thornlord. It just makes the most sense immediately. But if I'm thinking about this, if I go like Reform or Hallowed Halls, or who knows what I'll see here, but you get some weird stuff where you clog your deck with stings when you Reform Thornlord. And it's kind of weird. Meanwhile, Wyldenten does some really wacky stuff to like mold like burnout floors, right? If I do something like a Paraffin Enforcer line, this gets out of control if I can overstack the floor, right? With like a Paraffin Enforcer draft or something. So there's some pretty nutty things that come out of this. I'm going to be seeing, well, it's 2 Awoken banners, unless they show me a Merchant of Magic pickup I really need to upgrade immediately. So probably not a lot of melting units here, but yeah, it's tough to say. I think given the fact that I'm melting, Predator does make the most sense. This does really strong things with dregs in my opener. I just play 2 dregs on the floor and they punch the hell out of whatever. Like he opens up the midline and the dregs just slap. So I think Predator is good. Predator also feels like the only way I can probably ever take on a 9-2 in these combats before I see, you know, like actual card drafts. So I think I'm going to actually take it. It makes sense here for a lot of reasons. And the only reason I would do that is if I feel like I want to try to take this relic. There's no high rolls here immediately, but like, sorry, I just kind of jumped around way too far to look at the bottom and see what the upcoming temples and things are. So we do have one before, we have 2 temples before our boss, Talos, so that's good. I do have to be a little bit careful about it. If I take this, I could drip fall things out of the way, and if I take hits, I can blast the front line with a restoration detonation. This is risky, and I might get slapped, but I think I will take this horde. Oh, interesting. This is really curious. You know, resin block is nutty if I see any kind of a reform line here. And I could. It's early enough. Who knows? Cleansing water's okay. I don't think that's the pick here. We have better relics here. But Cursed Vines is really good. It obviously answers the 5-2, the 9-2 rather, on this floor. It's really comfortable now. It solves all sorts of things. It's an extra card, which is just functionality. I can rearrange enemy floors, ping things out. If I see like Tempered Talisman, it pings out Shade Wings and stuff, which is kind of neat. This would be better if I were Thornlord because the incant trigger, but it's okay. I still think it's great. And Resin Block, I mean, this is tough because I might never see Reform, so we take Curse Vines here. That's actually really good. I'm totally cool with that. That actually makes me stronger than I was before. And it makes this aggressive amulet unit draft on Gathered Clergy very comfortable. So we should absolutely demolish this. I'm not worried at all. Yeah, like this is a terrible opener, but I'm just gonna ping stuff out. Seems good. And I'm going to open up with a Train Steward here, and I'm gonna double Dripfall because there is a world where this lets me ping some things on mid. Yeah, so like I can now do double draft mid here, which pings those out, which means I can now comfortably hit. I could actually even do better if I just kill one of the ones in front, right? It saves the Train Steward. 7, he hits. Yeah, this kills everything on the floor. Excellent. That's great news. I need to be careful with when I play the dregs on Wyldtenten's floor. I'd like them to exist in Relentless here, so we'll do that. It's fine. We get money out of that, which is great news. I just lose everything on this floor, sadly. It's fine. I will take a Root Seeds finally. I could actually play the Custodian. He has 5 attack thanks to Warm Grindstone. It's kind of weird. I guess he is technically better than... Huh. He is better because he sticks around. You know what? Get in there, bud. I'm cool with it. We lose the entire mid floor here, unfortunately. Cool. Top floor ping, very good. I put a dreg in front. It dies. Oh, actually, no, it pops everything, which is just fine. Cool. Cool, cool. Let's see. There's no way I can actually deal with these front dudes. Fortunately, I will... It's actually better to put the stats into the Custodian. Weird. There's no real way I can save or deal with these clergymen here, so I just accept that. Big draw energy. Ping these clergy out. Take draw here. Guy burns out. Maybe I see another one. Yeah, so first order business, we ping the clergy here, which opens up a lot. I need to think about this a little bit. I think putting the dreg in front is the best I could do. Actually, no, the dreg is really valued, though. Putting it mid is good. I think that cleans up the whole run. Yeah, it does. Yeah. And then I can just drip fall the boss, and it makes it look even better. Yeah, fine. All right, clean. Clean. You know, the +5 on the Worn Grindstone, good. Cursed Vines did a lot of work. Made this free trial. Excellent. Razor Sharp Edge is what you like to see with Predator. So, yeah. I was Wildwood Sap and Sting, but they're not it here. It's just Razor Sharp for sure. Ooh, they show me a Draft and a Molded. This is tough because both of these are exceptional. Draft opens up whole reform, a whole kind of like multi-strike line, but with only Burnout 1 and no support for it in my starter, it's not as good as a Molded. Molded opens up a lot more, I think. Yeah, I think it is Molded. It's hard for me to ever pass on this card. And we see Thorned Hollow, Lady of the House, and Paraffin Enforcer. Wish I had that draft, huh? This would be a line right now. But it's okay. It's okay. I think it's more important to have the reform if I'm going to go that line. Hard to say no to Paraffin Enforcer, though. Just really hard to say no to that. Even though Lady of the House is like just an objectively better Demon Fiend right now. 40-45 with Burnout 3 and 1 cost, 2 space. Also, here's that Thorned Hollow if you wanted to go Petrified Crucible, but hell no. I think it's Paraffin Enforcer. Its infusion opens up a lot. It's good for now. I'll take it. I will take it. Now, the real question is, if I go left, I mean, okay, I know it's going to be Vinemother. Or actually, I have to replace Paraffin Enforcer with Vinemother, don't I? I sure do, actually. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, we'll go to the knowing that I have Vinemother, so let me do that now. Where is he? Paraffin Enforcer. I didn't actually draft you. Instead, it was Vinemother. You see me do that with Stoker. We have a Vinemother in hand. All right, cool. So we found that, and I'm going, interesting. That is not quite what I was expecting, but it's okay. There is some value in going right if I see a holdover. And the main reason I say that is because with Vinemother as my start, I don't really see much value from anything in a steel shop other than a plus 25. And her stats are okay for now. I could do that after Talos. It's kind of interesting. So if I go right to the melting banner, what does that potentially open up to me? Like, you look at this line, you're like, all right, let's say I can scale Predator Wyldenten successfully, and he has 3 multi-strike. Cool. Let's say maybe I can actually kill 1 unit with the stings from Vinemother. Okay, that's like 4 units potentially. But it really relies on Wyldenten becoming strong enough. And that 100% relies on seeing a holdover on Razor Sharp Edge right now. So I think I actually go right and just fish. I don't need a unit. Like, I don't think the plus 25s matter right now. -1 is always okay. I see the Paraffin Enforcer again anyway if I want to go that route. Is there a world I take this anyway? Maybe. I kind of wish I could cram everything into one floor. Actually, I could, right? Dripfall? I could create a bottom floor monstrosity? Is that good? Maybe. I do have the movement to support that, but bottom floor is always a little spooky. You know, like Hidden Passage would be much better for this. But, huh. Yeah, I guess that works. I think I should take one of these, either Baron or Enforcer. Baron scales with the killing. Enforcer opens up big scaling energy, which if I could get the... Like, imagine a world where I somehow manage to get Burnout on Wyldenten, right? I get Burnout on Wyldenten, and he doesn't burn out, actually, right? He has, like, a good enough number. Now, with a Paraffin Enforcer infusion in anything, it potentially becomes very strong. I think I should take this. It's just really good. Now, there's no world where I infuse anything in here. Yeah, the True Stone Value Stone Temple does nothing for me. It's not like I'm going to put Paraffin Enforcer into Vinemother. And it's not like I'll do Vinemother the other way, so we just kind of chill on this for now. A reroll on this shop is not good. I just put a -1 into Razor Sharp, I think. It's a good -1. There's no good consumes here. Yeah, we just chill. It's fine. We'll go to the right again. Hopefully they show me a money trial here. It's kind of funny how different your run looks when you're not shown money in Limbo. Like, if I had money from Limbo, that'd be beautiful. I would just reroll the shop and probably hit something I want, but I can't do it right now. It's interesting. I actually value the boons from Limbo very highly. I mean, it is a unit draft, huh? You're just giving me double unit drafts? Is this good? What could you show me at this point? There's always the high rolls, right? Bounty Stalker, Legion. I mean, Legion's not actually great here, but like Bounty Stalker. Actually, you know, I could put Legion inside of Vinemother and she would be silly. That's kind of interesting. It's basically the question comes down to, does this armor actually pose a threat in any meaningful way? Probably, actually. I don't think there's anything they could show me here that's actually good enough. And so the real question becomes, how important do I think this 10 gold is? The important thing is that 10 gold, assuming would put me at 185. 185 is enough to reroll this magic shop and buy any big upgrade. Pretty valuable. But I could also do it by skipping this Awoken banner here and going to 185, because I get 50 from this combat. So I go to 175 here. I don't think I need to take this risk. This does not make any sense to me. It's just going to cost me Pyre HP, because I will leak due to it, because Curse Vines doesn't solve my problem anymore. It's a really good turn one. And we do Vinemother, Wyldenten behind. Yikes. I will ping out the 5-1 there. It's a good one. And the question really comes down to, where should I put the Razor Sharp? If I put it in front, there's a world where I could actually... Oh, interesting. With thanks to Worn Grindstone, I could infuse Paraffin Enforcer into Vinemother, and that would actually be able to attack. That's bizarro. I think I should respect the final boss here, and Razor Sharp back. Yep. And then the Daze does nothing here. Cool. I think we can muscle through this stuff with stings. Oh yeah, we just have Paraffin Enforcer who's going to blow up the world here, which is very cool. Yeah, if I sting mid, I actually save a drag's life. That's neat. Take out the conduit on bottom. We're fine. The Paraffin Enforcer actually hyper cleans this up. I'm not worried about it at all. Fun. I have reforms in the pool, so we're cool. Yeah, this is going to go quickly, actually. Just blow up this guy with Restoration. We ping out mid. No problem. I will put the Wildwood Custodian down because I guess I should draw cards, maybe. And then I will Root Seeds up top. No problem. What do I do with the Vine Grasp? I'll kill my own Dreg so I don't redraw it. Cool. I'm generating a lot of cards. I have a Sting and a Vine Grasp every turn, which is just crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Dreg mid. It's gonna be really good. These other Dregs don't matter here. Cool, yeah, I mean, this is a very clean combat. I think I realistically could have taken the trial, but like, there's just nothing they could show me. I guess it is 10 gold. If I leaked even a little bit, it would be really bad. Oh, we kill on this floor, don't we? Absolutely, I did not even need Wyldenten here. Thanks, Dregs plus Paraffin Enforcer. Very cool. Alright, moving on. Another Razor Sharp. This is good, but I kind of wish it was a Steel Enhancer, because now I have the question of, Wyldenten only has so much HP, and you can't offset that. Right. Right. I don't know if I need a second one. It's never Vine Grasp, and it's never Sting here because I generate them already. Is there a world I take another Razor Sharp? It is big scaling. I think it's... is it correct? It accelerates me very quickly here. I wish I could just see two melting clan packs instead. I'd love like Wicklash and a Draft here. You showed me Wicklash and Draft, and our run goes nuts. But unfortunately, I can't see both. Right? And the Reform is still better from the first draft. Yeah. I don't know about the second Razor Sharp here. I think one is probably enough. I need to be careful with Wyldten's HP. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm going to skip this. What do we see? Oh, they do it to me. They show me Wicklash and Draft. So here's an interesting one. Oh, Wicked Blaze too. That's another reform, I guess. So Draft is very cool for Paraffin Enforcer, right? We just turn the floor Burnout mode. We turn the floor Burnout mode. Yeah, you put Paraffin Enforcer into Draft, and this thing, you then dupe it 2 times. You give it plus 25, you dupe it twice, you put it on the floor with Predator Wyldenten, and your floor goes out of control with rage. And then you put you actually scale enough with that if you take Strangler Wyldenten, you could actually play it like realistically. The only problem is, top floor Divinity will murder you, and bottom floor Divinity is bad because you won't draw the drafts in time. But that line totally wins. The problem is you need to get Burnout onto Wyldenten somehow. So I would need to see like a Waxen spike basically, because all my commons are spent. Sucks. Sucks a lot. Alternatively, I could let him die and then reform him, which I guess does apply Burnout, but it's not ideal. It's not ideal. What I would really like is a better line here would be, instead of Vinemother, having Lady of the Reformed, because she could extend Burnout on the floor, which is good. I think Wicklash is better because I can turn Wyldenten into a beast. Yeah, kind of. So here's my thought. Here are my thoughts here. I stick Vinemother on another floor. She's no longer tank for Wyldenten. We take Wicklash. We give Burnout to Wyldenten. And we have Paraffin Enforcer in front, which, if it dies, I reform it. I think it's Wicklash here. It's got to be. That line makes so much sense to me. Sad. I would love to have had draft there. I do go right still, and I actually pivot to a -1 holdover Wicklash if I see the holdover, which is totally cool with me. What's in this banner? It's not going to be anything I take. Ooh, but they tempt me with the Animus. They tempt me with the Animus. Animus into Paraffin Enforcer is exceptional here. All right, you did it to me. I'm going to do it. Okay, fine. Holdover -1 Wicklash. All right, we have a line. We've done it. We have a line. That's excellent. This now is a very compelling line. Yeah, we get it. Intrinsic, huh? Intrinsic Razor Sharp's actually not bad. Also, Intrinsic Ripfall. How am I dealing with Patient? The nice thing about Molded here is, on Patient, if Paraffin Enforcer implodes, then it's not a big deal. And I miss Draft, but I can go on Animus. And the best part is, one, it's not Sap Seraph, or else this Paraffin Enforcer with Animus would suck. And two, Worn Grindstone prevents me from having to take a +10, because 5x2 is enough to hit. This is very good. I'm going to take this here. Yeah, this is great. 40 is a comfortable spot. The only consideration I should think of here is, do I Intrinsic Dripfall? Right? Intrinsic Dripfall is a concern. Let me think about this for a minute. This is only for Patient. I'm thinking about it early, which is a concern. Like, this doesn't do anything for me now, right? Well, no, it's not Patient. It's not a Pushback Talos, or else it might be useful now. I do see 1, 2, 3 more temples, so I could see it again later. It is an answer, but I don't think it's a great answer. Like, because consider, if I see another holdover, I would rather put it into Molded, and then, if you snipe my Paraffin friend, I just reform Paraffin friend, right? So, yeah. Could put a +10 into Restoration Detonation. Pretty good. I want to save my money for this Merchant of Steel, though. Yeah, because we're definitely going that way. Okay. Show me something useful in this cavern. What? This is like the 4th run where they have shown me a minor refraction. What are you talking about? A 1? I made it into a draft. It's now a draft. It has become draft. Okay, well, man, it's hard not to take this. This is unbelievably strong. I now can have 2 of them on the floor with no space takes. What? Wow. Or I can... Wow, yeah, I mean, I take this, right? I have the multi-strike already. I just give this thing a +25 now, and it becomes incredible. All right. All right. Minor Refraction is one of the strongest caverns you can see in any run, and sometimes Major Refraction is good, so sometimes it's fine. But like, this is unbelievable. Wow, alright, our run has a great direction, and it's Ring 3, which makes me feel excellent. I kind of just cruise on this. I'm pretty confident there's no world I can lose here. Yeah, like, it's... Yeah, here we go. We're going to do some whack nonsense. We do Dreg first, so that I can purge and kill it and save the Ember Drain. It's actually interesting. Isn't it technically better to put Wyldenten in front? He has more HP and he doesn't have the backline. That's really funny. And we kill this dude up top. And I put the other Dreg in rotation, and I just send this Train Steward. Yeah, this is cool. If they show me another holdover, this run becomes essentially free. Yeah, like, Vinemother kind of just chills. This is what I was talking about, right? Sometimes she makes a lot of sense, and then sometimes she's kind of just there. And she'll do okay. She'll do absolutely fine. But, like, that's okay. I mean, that's enough, I guess. It's something. But, like, okay. Cool. I'm going to take a reform here. I don't want our friend to get slapped here. So I'm going to stick the Dreg in front for the kill here. That's okay with me. Saves 9. I'm going to kill the 5-1 here. I think I should... Let's see. I'm doing 22, 47. And maybe I see a Dreg, which is enough. If I Sting down here? Yeah, sure. I play a Train Steward mid, I suppose. Whatever. I'd rather keep Vinemother alive than the Train Steward. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Razor Sharp, good. I haven't seen the Wicklash yet, which kind of sucks. But it's okay. We can still scale just fine. I need to... Ah, dang. I can actually pull the conduit and sting it out. So, like, this is a great case. Like, Vinemother's just giving me a permanent +1 draw here, and she's doing cool. Like, she's doing good work. I don't mind her one bit here. It's just great. It's actually a good case for a drag in the back here now, because I'm seeing 2 heavies next turn. Yeah, and this will get some Ember, we'll get some Rage from the Paraffin Friend. So, let's just burn out other cards here, it's fine. Cool. Yeah, so this now clears top, which is excellent news. We finally see the Wicklash, which is great. I can actually keep the Dreg alive, which is super worth. Yeah, that's super worth, actually. I'll just take a Restoration Detonation into her. She's doing just fine. Just peachy here. Is Root Seeds better than blowing this dude up? Nah, sure. Yeah, it's fine. Root Seeds, I'll take it. Yeah, we're cozy now. Cool, and now I just do Wicklash on Paraffin to give him Burnout, Razor Sharp him, and I just kind of bounce these 2 around and we're just cozy. There's basically no way this loses here. Yeah, there's actually no way that this loses. I just have to be careful. I mean, okay, I get it. I lose my Bud, but it does not really matter. Because, it's fine. It's fine. I will reform here. It's going to be more valuable pulling back Big Dreg. Actually, kill this Dreg up top and replace it with Big Dreg. Cool. I'll take it. This is absolutely fine. It just requires 1 extra burnout. There's an argument for duping that Wicklash, huh? Yeah, this gets very strong, very fast. We're doing 113 by 2 there. Imagine having 2 of those dudes. Wax and Spike is the card I wanted, although Adaptive Mutation is also the card I wanted. but I think it's gotta be Waxen Spike. Adaptive Mutation solves survivability, but with a plus 25 in the Paraffin Enforcer and a Reform somewhere in there, I think it's fine to take Waxen Spike instead. Alright, you know... Oh no. Bounty Stalker? You know, he'll have his run. He will have his run. If I take Bounty Stalker here, which I will say is a completely valid pivot from this point because I have a single molded in my deck and I can make this work from here, I don't need to. I do not need to. We have Animus of Speed and Thorn Hollow is here as well. I don't need to do this pivot. That's a shame. If this were a normal run, I would slam this dude so fast you don't even know. Wow, what a good run for a Bounty Stalker, huh? I don't need any more infusions, do I? No, I don't. I have the Paraffin. I just dupe him. Yeah, fine. Okay, cool. We skip. Alright. I got a little excited there. Now, with Vinemother giving stings and root seeds, I don't think I need draw here. I will need space eventually. Right? Yes, I will need space eventually. But I don't think it's now because of the Paraffin Enforcer being small. So I think energy is correct here. Yeah, fine. We go left. I'd like to see something fun here from the steel shop. Sure, what do you got for me? Oh, you tempt me so. Multi-strike, huh? This is an unbelievable amount of value. Wow, okay. They really tempt me here. They show me both of the things I want. The plus 25 and the multi-strike. Alright, what's in this Remnant Banner? Another Bounty Stalker! What are you doing to me? There's a multi-strike Burnout 1 in the shop. And they give me a Bounty Stalker? You guys. Oh, I have to skip it. Again, I could take this right here and pivot into it and win, but I'm not going to. Because it takes over my run, and it no longer matters what Vinemother does. And then I actually just save this episode for when I do Bounty Stalker. So no. We skip here. It's fine. It's just fine. Okay, we're cool. -2. That's a really good Waxen Spike improvement. Piercing? Piercing Restoration Detonation is better than it sounds. I'm always going to be duping this Paraffin Enforcer no matter what. Right, no matter what, it gets duped. Yeah, so that means I'm going to 55 there. I'll probably take this Relic, which means I'm going to... That's what, 70? Yeah, 70. And then I just need to take 2 15s from somewhere. Yeah, it's actually really easy to do, so I don't need to do anything here. Now, the real challenge here is, what I would really love to find is... What is it? Combustible Wax. Because Combustible Wax turns Wicklash into Burnout 4, and then I can spread it out better. Because right now I really want to put Burnout onto Wyldenten and onto the Paraffins. Like, really want to do that. Enough so that I might seriously dupe it at some point. Yeah, the nice thing about seeing a good upgrade in this steel shop is that I have the Hellvent on the next floor, so whatever I do, I get it. Multi-strike scales me significantly faster, so that means if I take multi-strike, I never play top floor Divinity. That means I have to play mid floor. Take space, play mid. Have 2 of these in front of 2 of these with Predator. What am I doing with Predator then? I would actually pivot into Thornlord here if they show me. Yeah, that is correct. They show me Strangler. Is Strangler good here? Not really. Kind of? No. No, it's not. Is it? Let me think. I have to think about this. If this were Predator, Thornlord, this would be very easy. I would take Thornlord in a heartbeat, and we would go from there. Cool. Very cool. Just because it has more life, right? I could stick it in front of the paraffin dudes, and the paraffin dudes are what kills everything. But with Strangler is no more HP because Strangler sucks, and then Wyldenten is just multi-strike. I mean, this scales offensively very fast, but it loses very quickly on survivability. We just get sniped out at this rate. I need to find a good healing card. The thing is like, I'm going to have to take Predator 2 here. It's never Strangler. This is wrong. So I take Predator 2, fine. We have a ton of hits on our floor. So the question really becomes, what matters here? Now, top floor Divinity is an important setup time, I think. And I need days, or I need fast, immediate days, or I need a lot of HP on my floor. The other problem is that multi-strike doesn't have immediate value on these dudes, right? It just doesn't. Because they don't have Burnout by default, right? I have an Animus of Will Infusion here, not a Draft. So they kind of just don't do anything until I hit Wicklash, right? It's never Burnout in these dudes, is it? Absolutely not. They just kill themselves and then I lose. So I think it's going to be HP. Well, let's think briefly about the scaling here, right? Pretty much as soon as I hit Wax and Spike, we dump it and then everyone gets Burnout and we just extend. Yeah. I might remove Consume on that Wax and Spike actually, right? It's kind of crazy to think about, but I would. If I do space with plus 25 on them, I can play with 3 of them on the floor. The problem is I can't manage their Burnout very effectively that way, right? I just can't. I have to play Burnout into one of them twice in order to keep it alive for 2 turns. Where are my dupes? This is interesting because I have the line. I just need to execute on it correctly. So we have 2 dupes left on our run. Ring 8, of course, and then next ring, which is one of them. So that means I don't get a 3rd dupe. If I had a 3rd dupe, I would actually dupe Wicklash here, or Wax and Spike. Either one kind of solves my issue. Right. Now, this is the hardest decision I've had to make in a while, because while multi-strike is just so solid, the plus 25 lets me play top floor in a useful way. I think it's going to be plus 25, because we'll have, what, 6 hits on the floor, which is more than enough to win, especially with their scaling level. Yeah, this is going to be Bizarro. I am skipping multi-strike here in favor of a plus 25. I'm going to lock it in. I think that's correct. Oof. Really weird. Okay. A -2 is not really good in a Wax and Spike. I'm not doing this for the attack. I'm doing it for the Burnout. Healing cards are good, so I'm going to actually really like having Restoration Detonation boosted. And then no infusion here. Yeah, no infusion here. I don't need to play anything on the shards at this point, so we skip. Wait a second, was that intrinsic? No, okay. Because I would potentially intrinsic and remove Consume, Wax and Spike potentially, just to get the Burnout going on Wyldenten right away. But it's fine. We will move on. That is the weirdest skip I've done in a while on that multi-strike. We're very strong. Kind of. I think with 1 turn on the Wicklash or the Wax and Spike, I blast this combat. Right. And I think bottom floor is a bait. Does Heaven Seal kill me? No, I can actually ignore the the tanks here because of the curse vines. Okay, yeah, we're fine. We'll easily clear 2 dudes because I can do some shenanigans. Yeah, so like Vinemother mid is just peachy. I'll do the same trick with the curse vines here to kill my own dragon, take no Ember Drain, and that's okay. Right. We now have Quick Lash, so we are peachy here, yeah? Yeah. Alright, we solved it. So that means I use my Vine Grasp to clock the money, because I like dollars. I don't think I save the Ember Drain here. I mean, I can't really, right? I already used it. So yeah, we'll keep the Dreg in play here. I'm going to burn out twice on Paraffin Friend here. Yes. I'm going to just send this Trains through to tank that. That's fine. None of these things matter because they heal. It's cool, though. I don't mind that at all. Fine. Okay. We should be very cool up here. Very cool. I will Wicklash my Paraffin buddy. He's the only one that really matters here. What's my reform? A Dreg. I can never kill this guy in front here, so it doesn't really matter. Well, I could kill the one in mid. That reform brings him to 19. Yeah, I mean, I can actually do this. Watch, I can Vine Grasp here, reform, Dreg, and then do another one, and then that kills him. Yeah, cool. I mean, anything I kill is good here. Yeah, anything I kill is good. I guess this thing does something there. We'll kill this Train Steward, it's fine. Alright. Now the Paraffin Enforcer is scaling himself, which is really the most important part here. Alright, here we go. Now we're talking. I can now do Dreg Top, right? I do Wicklash on Wyldenten here, and this looks bad because they'll both have Burnout 1, except for the fact that I have the Waxen Spike in hand. Oh, interesting. I can actually kill the tank here, huh? Yeah, cool. That's fun. Because we are dropping... We're dropping Waxen Spike for sure. We're going to send this Dreg thing bottom, I suppose. Take 4 Ember into top floor, and we have big Burnout. Cool. And this is what I want this floor to look like eventually, right? Like... The 2 that matter here are actually the front 2 because they have multi-strike. So we'll extend them for sure. Like this floor destroys. I can actually save the... I can save our friend, the Vinemother. Couldn't think of her name, huh? I'll take +2, no problem. Play that thing. Sure. We're fine. Now the only problem is that the rage is so strong that they got so much rage that Wyldenten is now too powerful. He's too strong. I just ignore the Light Harnesser or the Clip Defender, hold boss forward. He does not even have... Yeah, wow, he does not even have multi-strike, so I just do not care about him one bit. I'll take some clobbering into him. We're strong. This is an interesting run. This is a very interesting run. I just need to keep their burnouts kind of jiving, I think, and we just let the Dreg die. Stings. Sorry, honey. You don't make it here, but that's okay. We actually get a big slap with this restoration detonation. Sure. Sure, why not? Take some damage. Alright, we clobber. No question in my mind. Yeah, it takes 18 damage. Seems reasonable. So 1 round. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. It's an interesting lineup. It's definitely a case where I think you want the Paraffin Friends in front. Jackstrips is fine. Clobbers out some damage shield. I'll take it. Okay, adaptive mutation. This is it. I mean, they showed me the wax and spike already, but with 2 of them on a floor, I can adaptive mutation. Oh, they showed me restoring retreat, but I already have drip fall. We take adaptive mutation. Cool. Cool, cool. That's good. Subsuming blade, remnant host, memories of the melted. I don't think it's these here. I don't think it's so. I don't need it. Nope, we move on. I think we get there. Remember, go to the right, because we're duping Paraffin Friend here. Show me combustible wax, you cowards. Exploding candle is good. I have dregs in my starter, yeah. So before I dupe, I'm going to look in the caverns. Maybe they show me an upgrade. Nexus Spike. Nexus Spike? I mean, can I pick Wax and Spike here? No, but I can pick Adaptive Mutation? I'm going to pick Wicklash and Razor Sharp Edge. This is a weird one. I wish I could pick Wax and Spike, but it's X cost, so of course I can't. But I could pick Wicklash, which is okay. Right? Isn't this one of the weird cases? Hold up. Can I do Wicklash Dripfall and put Burnout on enemies? That actually does work here, by the way, in case you were wondering. It totally works. Which is just hilarious to me. You can put Burnout on enemies and they burn out when you do this, right? Because if I put Dripfall first, it converts the targeting into anyone on the floor, and then I can merge in Wicklash and I can just kill a mini boss with Dripfall and Wicklash together. It's actually not bad anyway, because I don't know. That's kind of strange, huh? Weird. Do I want to do that and turn it into a targeted crushing demise? Kind of weird. I mean, adaptive mutation is also fun here because. All right. Wait a second. If I put the first one as a heal, as a target anything, I could adaptive mutation an enemy. Now, obviously, Nexus Spike does not affect bosses, so I can't just like one-shot the Divinity because that would be trolling. But I could convert the mini bosses into like 15 HP units, and then they are non-threats. Or I could basically remove anything at that point. There's also the option to purge stuff here, which I don't think it's that because my spells are actually good. Right? Right. As much as I'd love to create 3 copies of Wax and Spike here. Alright, so I think it's going to be it's going to be Nexus Spike here. And as interesting as some funky things are, I might just do the target friendlies only and do adaptive with Wicklash, right? Yeah, I think that's probably your best bet here. This is a very bizarre one, but if you look at this, think about this. I want to play adaptive mutation and then Wicklash second. The order matters, right? Because I would like the +10 to happen after I swap them. I'm gonna have to try that because it's a bizarro one. I think it's good though. I should take this money probably. Right? Because let me think about this. 15 here, 15. Oh, it's just 15 here. Yeah, well, 15 here because I'm duping our man. Yeah, that's 55. 15 here, so that's 70. I need to take 2 15s, which is fine. There is a lot of value in my line right now of keeping Divinity at exactly 100, so I don't think I take the money here. I don't need it anyway. Like, I don't need steel shops. I probably go to the right next for removals and maybe a hit on combustible wax. I think combustible wax is actually the high roll here. That just cleans everything up that I'm trying to do. Yeah. All right, we move on. 55 into ring 5 is cool. What is this? Multi-strike. Does multi-strike matter if the enemies never hit me? Nah, it's cool. This is Harvesters of Death, so it's a little spooky, but I actually think I handled the turn 1 really well. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I'm pretty confident that Vinemother just implodes, but it's cool. Hey, we did it. I'm going to use Wildwood Custodian to kill... No. No. I'm not going to use Wildwood Custodian here. I'm going to... That's not an upgraded one, right? Yeah, good. Okay. I was worried that would be upgraded. We're going to kill the dude on bottom. I need to respect this wave 1 a lot. And we'll actually do Enforcers in front here. Oh my god, I could do a 55. That's funny. We'll do Enforcers in front. And I will not play the Custodian here. Huh, I just leave a lot of Ember on the table. It's fine. We play other Paraffin up front. I cannot play Vinemother here. She gets run down immediately. I guess I can play her bottom. I could do it, right? Yeah, I can do it on bottom. She looks like she dies. But I can do Dripfall on the big fellow here. I can now pull it to the front and then play a drag to kill it. It's a good solution here. I need to see my Wicklash or my Wax and Spike. Hey, we see something. Cool. All right, so that makes this make a lot more sense. We want to put the first Wicklashes into Wyldenten. Oh, we get a Sting too. That's great news. Can I save her? Yeah, I can. By doing Vine Grasp and Sting. It's good. Let's see. So what I want to do is I want to hypercharge my units. So to do that, I play a Razor Sharp on front. Fine. That puts 15 more. And then I put the Wicklashes in the back right now. And that kills, for sure. Yeah, okay, cool. We need to not... I can farm out, right? I don't care if he kills a man. Right? Yeah, I don't really care if they kill men at this point, because I have the scaling at this stage. Like, we're going to have so much rage on Wyldenten at this point. As soon as I hit the Wax and Spike, I can do some funky things, but I'm not going to see it yet. For now, I just keep Wyldenten alive, and we're cool. I'm going to pull... I'm going to keep using Vine Grasp to cheese these 15 by 3s. And then we buff the hell out of the middle dude, because I would like to spread my damage around a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the floor, like, look at the floor here. Our man has 22 rage, so that's really fun. And now it's time for Wax and Spike, 100%. We just send dregs to the ether down below. Time for Wax and Spike. And then I get to see the Adaptive Mutation Nexus Spike nightmare that I've created next turn. Very cool. And now our floor looks insane. Yeah. Yeah, so you see what's happening here, right? He gets the 127 and then the Wicklash hits. So we have a god in the form of Wyldenten here. It's good enough. I'm going to play it. It wins this combat. Cool. He does it. We did it, kids. I need to now spread out the burnout a little bit. I'm going to play all my units on the bottom because it's fine. Yeah, none of this matters at all. Fine. Cool. At this point, I just need to pump Wyldenten. I think 6 rounds is enough. Pretty confident we're okay. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't play my Root Seeds thing. I think I can, yeah, you get this other adaptive mutation. We can do some funky things. This is really good. We're very strong right now. You get 2 rounds here. Yeah, this is compelling. Oh, and we see the Sting Relic Channel Heart. That's excellent. I need to not take cards, is where I'm at. Ensnare is kind of just a free card, but I think Ensnare is really good. The only card I might take here. Yeah, fine. These other ones are no thanks, but fine. I need to remove a lot of stuff. Remove all burnout and debuff effects from a unit. Wickless recruitment, you're terrible. It's counter what I want to do. None of these matter. Engulfed in Smoke is probably the best one. It is an answer to Patient, right? Because I haven't thought much about Patient at this point. Obviously, if I do the line I just did and give Wyldenten a crap ton of HP with the adaptive mutations, we get there no problem. But it is not guaranteed. We will for sure get sniped. I will have Vinemother on another floor potentially, but I have skipped every removal at this stage. Fortunately, I'm seeing some, so that's good. Yikes. Should I take Engulfed in Smoke? Probably. I probably should. 33 cards. Ugh, I really hate how dense our deck is when I have so many important hits, but I think it's just going to have to be okay. I'm going to spend a lot of money on removals in this run, is what it looks like. Show me Combustible Wax. Actor Snuffer? Nope, that ain't it, Chief. I don't have any extinguished abilities. Yo, but Waxer Snuffer? This run had 2 Bounty Stalkers. Ugh, jeez. Rootsplit Mask, Memorial Fund. It's not it. We reroll. Combustible Wax is the high roll. Yep, get in my deck. These other ones, Fade's First Blade and Mark of a Champion, are excellent, but Combustible Wax just solves my run. Burnout 5 from Wicklash, Burnout 7 from Wax and Spike. Exceptional. I take the relics here. Vapor Funnel, Advanced Prototype. I'll take Vapor Funnel. If anything leaks, it at least does something. It helps a little bit. I don't have Tombs for Encased Ember, and I don't have any Train Stewards I care about at this point. They're going away. Vapor Funnel's fine. And I don't really need anything now. I just go to removals. So Magic Shop Vortex here is good for the next run. I don't really need anything they could show me, but I would take some stuff. I think I'm going to buy a removal into a Train Steward here. Just one. Just one. And we'll go left next. Cool. I just need to thin my deck down. I don't think Arcus stands a chance with that Combustible Wax hit. I'm so glad I went to that, what's it called? Trinket Shop. This is excellent. We should very cleanly demolish here. Yeah, we're super in control. I will play Wyldenten. Same strategy, Wyldenten and back. So I will use the Dreg to save on Ember Drain here. I don't really need to, but I should. And then I play the Wax and Spike because I just saw it on turn 1 and I don't want to wait to draw it around again. And I get 7 Burnout from it. Excelente. Don't be a rally trigger. It's not. Alright, get it, Vinemother. We're going to ping out the 9-2 in the back. Take a Root Seeds here. This is going to be a real good turn, huh? We're up to 138 from this. Yeah. That's good. That feels nice. That's some rage. With only one of them, you like to see it. And these stings are now beefcakes. Alright, I feel good. I feel really good here. I need to preserve Vinemother's HP. I would give her some HP stats, right? So show me another 25. It's pretty solid. I don't want to feed this guy, but I don't really care that much. And we have the Burnout candle, so that's good. Yeah, fine. Go top, you coward. This is Harvest mid, sure. Oh, I love this Wicklash giving Burnout 5. Oh boy, that's good. Can't tank because it's Master of Light? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, these stings are big hitters here, so that's fun. I don't really care if I actually get. It's good if I give him HP because it means that I get more hits. This is the weirdest thing ever, right? Because I get more strike triggers. Go top coward. What is it? Incant shard? Okay. It's a shame. It's a really good incanting turn here, but we're fine. I can just do some other shenanigans. I'm gonna burn out. What do I care about? I need to play the Burnout up top. I think every turn Burnout matters. So I'm gonna do anything I feel like I can reasonably play on mid. We'll have to do that. I'm gonna drip fall something. And then I accept that Engulfed in Smoke and the other drip fall just cost more. And it's just gonna have to be okay. Yeah, fine. Cool. We did like a ton of damage to Arcus here. He's taken, what's his max HP? He's taken like 600 here, which is great news. All right, so we see the Nexus spike, which means I convert. I do the first conversion on Wyldten's HP. Yeah, I do the first conversion on Wyldten's HP here, for sure. And that also gives a Whiplash hit, which is excellent. Yeah, dude. Take off that damage shield, that's fine. Just do big stings. And Vinemother still lives. I'll give you a drag. Yeah, get in there, drag bud. Do a good slap. Cool. It's actually, it's technically optimal if I don't kill all these units, but fine, whatever. And now the second adaptive mutation goes into our middle friend, I think. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, cool. That's a lot of stats. I feel pretty convincing. I don't need to click things, right? I should not disrespect completely, but like, it does not really matter. Oh no, I didn't play the sting. We were way out of control strong for this combat here. Like, just whoa. Yeah, it's fine. Cool. All right, we're good. Thanks, Vinemother. She actually contributed just fine here. Things are good. Yeah, stings are good. Do we one-turn him? Possible we one-turn him. No, he gets one round in. So I just use some stealth and that's easy. Cool. All right, get out of here. That's a very good floor. Cool. Cool. Really good. Oh, another adaptive mutation? Is 3 too many? No. No, 3 is not too many. And you may ask why. And the answer is because I have 3 units on my floor. Right? Right. Yeah, every single one of these is just really good. Sure, I'll take a third adaptive mutation. And now, the real test is space. I think it is space, yeah, for sure. Space lets me play a third one of those on the floor, which lets my run get even sillier. Yeah, space is good. Now, I would take Strangler if they showed it to me here, I think. We'll go left. Removals are strong. I just need to pivot to removals whenever they show them to me. Remember, I have to take plus 30s here. I like how you can put plus 30 into Nexus Spike, even though it does absolutely nothing. They do show me Intrinsic. Do I actually use that ever? It's kind of an interesting one. I'm going to take a plus 40, a plus 30 into Restoration Detonation, though. Yeah. Am I duping another pair? I am. So I only need this one plus 30 then. That takes me to 85. Another dupe takes me to the number I want. So cool. It's interesting because once I dump all the dregs in my deck, it's fine. I'm going to get rid of Wildwood Custodian. This unit costs 1 and is bad. Yeah. Sorry, bud. Not your run today. And now it's pretty much just some -1s, and like Permafrost is okay, I guess. Permafrost, Nexus Spike is fine. What do I need to play every time I see it? probably engulfed in smoke, actually. If they show me another holdover, it's just going to be there. Another plus 10. I'll take it into the other restoration detonation, I think. Well, no, I'd rather take a removal. I don't need this plus 10 here. We're going to switch. Yeah, holdover. Holdover engulfed in smoke. We now solve patient. That's exciting. That's exciting. I don't mind paying 2 Ember for these adaptives because I do not need them all the time. True. I will actually now put the plus... Well, no, I'll take a -1 instead. Into... Maybe this restoration detonation, actually. It's something I'm using regularly enough. I think it's actually just root seeds. Right? Yeah, it's just root seeds. Cool. I think we're extremely strong right now. They show me the Thorn Lord, but I don't care. I actually think Predator 3 is better because he has 3 hits on the floor. And I can give him an adaptive mutation for big power. The 10 HP is not going to save him here. Although, it is really strong. It is really strong. The incant is fine. Well, the more important thing is he gets those 3 stings, right? Those 3 stings are big value, but I think it's just Predator 3 here. We're cool with this. His HP is the only thing that really scares me, but I do have a reform in emergencies, so we're fine. I could have technically intrinsic and held over the engulfed in smoke, but I don't think that's it. Now I really just need to remove cards. That's really just it. Mark of Invasion is free because I have Predator 3. Yeah. Yeah. It's just money. Cool. It's just dollar bills. Neat. Shame to see the restoration detonation here. Here, we're going to put Dreg first because it takes one of the Wilt Wings. Actually, it just blows them all up, huh? I forgot about... Oh, hold up. No. Don't play a unit yet. I just Vine Grasp it and it kills everything because of Burning Candle. Fun. Alright, I'll take it. Adaptive Mutation turn 1, not ideal. We now play Paraffin up top, for sure. Cool. I can't ever hit... Oh, I can actually. Hold up, I can take the money here. I accept an Ember Drain in exchange for 100 gold. 100 gold's a lot of value, though, because it lets me buy a removal. It is actually just a removal, which is cool. Okay. I really need to see some kind of Burnout extender. Great. You know, Wax and Spike solves my problems immediately, which is cool, because otherwise I would be leaking the hell out of this man. And you know what? I don't want to leak. I don't want to leak. I think that's a reasonable thought process here. I do not think the Nexus Spike is a good solution right now. No, not at all. I'm going to then... I'll play the Root Seeds because I want to keep drawing, and I don't think the actual damage from Wax and Spike matters too much. Yeah, we'll do that. I will Restoration Detonation the Burnt Paraffin Enforcer, Razor Sharp, Root Seeds, and then playing this Wax and Spike should actually just get me the kill. Excellent. Cool, we did it. We did it, friends. I see the Wicklash. We're cruising now. Yeah. Yeah, we are cruising. I want to kill all my dregs off because they're bad. Sting is good. Huh, that's funny. It actually kills all the backlines here. Yeah, we sting mid. Not a turn for adaptive mutation yet. I guess I will reform something. The dreg. You know, there's actually not a reason. I may as well play the dreg on the floor. It adds damage. I'll put it in the back. Sure, get in there, bud. Alright, this is fine. Cool. I think we're now very comfortable into this combat. Very comfortable indeed. I just take the stealth now because it showed it to me. Nah, it's not time for adaptive mutation. I don't have a lot of rage yet. I'm just gonna stealth up. Cool, stealthed up. Tank here. Root Seeds is your friend. Pull the Ember Power Wings to the front. Cool. Cool. I think it's very clean here. I could save. I could actually almost. I can kill it. I don't really care about the Ember Drain though. Like, why do I care that much? I don't. Like, I actually want hits, so I should not be playing these things. Yeah, really, I think that's true. I don't need these cards. Cool. It's just fine. It's just fine. Let's see, how's that adaptive mutation look right now? Pretty convincing, but not yet. I'm not in a rush. I have stealth. I think we're just peachy. Yeah. I did that because I don't want to proc revenge, but I also didn't want to damage away from my floor. Alright, I think we're at the point where it's good. I'm gonna put it on Paraffin Enforcer first. Yeah. We now do Wicklash into Middle Fellow, Stealth, Razor Sharp, Stings up top just for draw power. Cool. Great news. And it's clean. Oh no, our man in the back burns out. I will save him. Alright. Good job. Good job, friends. 2 rounds. Nice. I think with the stealth, I feel very nice into Patient. I can get sniped, but I also don't care. We skip this. I need to have fewer cards. Mortal Entrapment is actually okay, but I have stealth, so I don't care. Yeah. I just don't want cards, and more money is good. Now I dupe the other Paraffin Enforcer again. So we go left. And he is my last 15 shards. Yep, 100 out of 100 is an important threshold. Pyromanes does nothing. I'm probably just gonna buy removals. Yep, I don't see a need for anything else here. You know, there's obviously the world where I double stack the drip fall or something for like an emergency early on, but like I don't see it. I think the -1s are value because I want to play our root seeds every time I see it basically. But it's just removals. Like, what if I re-roll this? What holdover would I take? Ensnare? It's not even good, really. I mean, it's draw. I just take removals here. Hold up. Let me think for a moment. There are good relics, so I will re-roll the relic shop first. Thorn Casing. Stings Pierce. I don't think Vinemother is long for this world. Right? She actually, you know what? I need to give her some credit. She's not getting a lot of credit here, but she's doing just okay. I haven't removed her, and I'm not going to, because her stings are good. And they play really nice for Channel Heart. I don't think I'm going to invest in them. I think the removals are more valuable, but it's just cool. It's just cool. At this point, dregs are the worst cards because I have to draw them. That's really funny, but it's true. Yeah, dreg is actually the worst card right now. That's silly. All right, well, I mean, we're going to remove dregs then. It's the first time through the deck that's really the problem. After that, it's like you don't see very many cards. It's just like Root Seeds and Wicklash and some other things. And then you play your adaptive mutations when you get to high HPs. Yeah, so it's just, I need to see stealth early. So remove dreg. I'm just going to keep burning dregs. Every dreg removal is value here. Alright, I no longer can afford dregs to be removed. Let's see. I could do a +20 in consume on this restoration detonation. It's pretty good for an emergency burn, but I also don't mind redrawing into it to save Vinemother potentially. The double stack. It's probably just in a drip fall, right? The only reason I'm considering the double stack in a drip fall here instead of like, I don't know, wax and spike or whatever is like, I don't need that much burnout thanks to combustible wax. And the drip fall, if I draw it early, just kind of solves patient for a little bit. It's another good hit. It's 2 turns, so I'm going to do that. Fine. All right, we are 100 out of 100. I don't need to disrespect this run anymore, and we will take on Seraph the Patient. 100 out of 100. Cool, we click the button. I'm always terrified that I'm going to walk in with the wrong number of, whatchamacallit, shards, and then just lose. Don't be top. He's top, okay. Oh, but we see turn 1 engulfed in smoke, so the run is free. Yeah. Okay. This looks really scary. Psych. Like, I can actually just totally disrespect him and take root seeds here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thanks, stealth. Like, oh, that's so good. All right, Vinemother, your time is now. She doesn't die. I'm gonna leave that one in front. Stealth. I could save her. Oh, Jackstrip saves her 30 HP. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Now I just need to hit something that says Burnout, and it's over. She's not long for the world here. She's dead right now. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Engulfed in smoke. Yes, please. Yeah, she tries. She did her best. I really don't know what else to say. I just don't know what else. It's funny, he's going to die. That's actually not good if he dies, right? It's funny. I will wax and spike here. It's just burnout. Let's get it going. 7 burnout. All right. All right. Patient goes up, and we get like 10 million rage here. Like, to the extent that I want to kill one of the Lightwings because it's another hit into him. Yeah, this is, how do we say, excellent. It's just excellent. I don't need to play anything with this drip fall nonsense. Yeah, fine, whatever. That's a lot of rage. That's a lot of rage. Cool, and now I see the Wicklash, so that's cool. Yeah, it's just play card. It's not time for adaptive mutation yet. I actually want Seraph to spend more time on this floor, huh? Because every time he's here, I get an insane amount of rage. I mean, we're doing another 300. It actually doesn't look that impressive when you do it like this, but it does not really matter to me. Huh. Kind of funny when you think about it like that. I mean, it doesn't look that impressive because the numbers have to scale, but with 6 hits on the floor, it's just like 18 rage every turn. You know, I say it doesn't look impressive, but it really is impressive, actually. What am I talking about? Adaptive mutation number 1. I'm basically giving up this front. Paraffin Enforcer, if he ever gets hit, he has melee weakness 5. We don't worry about him. I'm going to play 1 onto the second dude. I now Burnout extend that second dude, please. And I play another one on Wyldenten here. But I should continue stealthing. Yeah, we don't. Worry about it. We continue stealthing for now. Cool. I'll see him another time around. The only thing in my deck is like adaptive mutation right now, really. So, whatever. Yeah, like here's adaptive mutation. We'll do it on the middle dude now. Fun. Yeah, I mean, we already win at this point. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's just peachy. Like, we have what, 9 stealth, so whatever. Let's see, 6, 6, 6, 6. We'll do the back. Do Wyldenten here. Cool. Yep, just fine. I mean, I think we win already, right? Yeah, he never swings. Cool. All right, get out of my train, patient. That draw order was busted, but I think we would have been fine anyway. Yeah, we would have been okay. That draw order was overpowered, though. Like, thanks removals, I guess. Alright, now just show me that same draw order on Divinity, and I can just kind of press and turn a bunch. I mean, you know, a turn 1 Wicklash is basically just as good. Truly. Oh, they show me the Wax and Spike on turn 1. I will play it, right? Yeah. I will, you know, Vinemother, have at it, girl. She's got it. This starts the scaling, which I really like. So, yeah, it's fine. It starts the scaling. Cool. Cool. That's fine. Also, there's no reason to hold on to it at that point. Yeah, okay, we play number 2 here. We get him some Burnout. Draw a card. Fine. I just need to now see something. Cool, we're fine. Put the next one in, give him some Burnout. I need to heal Wyldenten. Thank you, Restoration Detonation. Extremely cool. I need to play every Root Seeds. It's the most important card. And this Ensnare. Please and thank you. Yeah, cool. Alright. Fine. I have a pretty good shot at seeing it. Alright, we do bottom deck it. So the game wanted to test me here. Right. The game really wanted to test me. And they got a chance to do so, which is actually pretty exciting. This is like the worst draw order possible. I see Engulfed in Smoke on the very bottom of the deck. Right. Now I need to think. I see one holdover here. Yeah, we do not have chains, so there's no spikes here to worry about. I've lost a lot of HP on the floor, so I need to respect the Conduit Redirector. So the way you do that is you take the Vine Grasp onto it, right? And that means it's now going to... I could do it with Razor Sharp here, actually. It's kind of interesting. Huh. I also could just kick it to another floor, right? Kill it with Trip Fall. I want to get the spikes off the floor, is the thing. Yeah, so I'm going to play one Adaptive Mutation right now, just to give Wyldenten 120 HP. Because it's not as valuable on these middle dudes. And 120 HP, big value. I lose a little bit, but it's fine. We're going to overflow this floor on damage anyway, I don't really care. I now need to Wicklash the middle fellow. He has the lowest number. Cool. And now the last thing I need to think about is what I'm doing for this Conduit Redirector, because it's the only thing on this floor that scares me. And the answer is, we just send it. We play Double Drag on bottom, and it dies to Spike, to the Candle. And now I can play Razor Sharp into Wyldenten. He has a lot of HP. I will play Root Seeds. This guarantees I see my card because I have a holdover in hand. And we should get there. They made me answer the question of what happens if I draw really poorly. And even in this case, we don't do too bad. We do see the Engulfed in Smoke at long last. So I can now heal the front one with Restoration Detonation. Which is great news. I'll do it. I will now extend its Burnout of the back fellow, and now we've cruised. We are now at the point where we win. Yep. Cool. All right. You know, Vinemother, I don't want to say she got carried on this run, because she didn't get carried on this run, but she didn't do a whole lot. Like, she wasn't my answer. Right? Like, she was not the thing that really mattered here. Nexus Spike time? Oh yeah, Nexus Spike time. Yeah, let's do it, bud. Cool. Yeah, she did not really get there for me. Like, her stings were good early game. She did her job, and then we pivoted off her. And I think that's kind of a perfect example of what you should expect with her. She does something most of the time, and it's just going to be fine. Like, it's just cool. It's just fine. but it's not gonna overwhelm you, right? You're not gonna go, oh snap, she did so well. No, you're not having that moment with her at all, and that's okay. Like, it's fine. It's just cool. It's just cool. I'm okay with it. None of this stuff matters. Don't even play cards. Don't worry about it. I guess I'll take draw. Draw, fine. Sure. Sure. I think we kill the Divinity next turn. You get the X? Yeah, we get the X. Cool. I am going to play Adaptive Mutation because it makes me happy. Yeah, 229 HP on our tank. Seems good. Alright, we're done. Take it away. So, yeah, there's not a lot to say here. She was the quintessential B tier unit in this run. She was never going to drive it, but she did stuff. She was good. I can point out a lot of times where she was good. So, cool. Alright, just take it away. What a good run. We solved it. We solved it. Cool. Alright. I don't think I have too much else to say before I hit the run summary, so I think we'll probably just jump right into that. But I'm really pleased. I think it demonstrated exactly what I wanted to, so very hype. Cool. Okay, so let's first, before I get into what worked on this run for the plan overall, let's just find Vinemother and talk about her. Where are you in this run, honey? There you are. Okay. So, Vinemother did exactly what you expected from her. She tanked on a few combats. I put her in play on Ring 2. Totally fine, nothing too exciting. She did her job. Awesome. The next turnaround there is that, cool, so she did her job. She kind of fell off once I saw the Paraffin Enforcer line, once I kind of picked up what was going on, the minor refraction pickup. I spent like 10 years thinking about what the hell I was going to do with the multi-strike and the plus 25. As you can see, I was correct. I even had a stealth plan, and you saw that the stealth just overrided everything that Patient did. Patient got. He had no chance because of that draw order. But the plus 25 HP was 1000% correct with that draw order. If I started losing my Paraffin Enforcers like flies there, you would have noticed that scaling would have fallen behind. I would be having to, where is it? Molded back those guys. And if I lost multiples, I'd have to wait multiple redraws because the molded would have to wait to be drawn again. And it would really have sucked. It would have been very bad. I would have lost down to like one Paraffin Enforcer left plus the Wyldenten, which probably would have cleared to most of it. I would have leaked something. It would have looked uglier, much uglier. But, Vinemother. Oh, no, she didn't do anything here. It was the answer of the plus 25. Sorry, why did I say Vinemother there? Anyway, but the plus 25 was 100% correct. The extra multi-strikes would not have made a big difference there. Obviously, I would have scaled faster, but the more HP mattered. It meant I had like 6 turns before anyone actually died. So, truly the MVP of this run was Combustible Wax. I called it when I was talking about it much earlier. I was like, yo, show me Combustible Wax, and this becomes much easier. But I think we would have also seen it because I would have, where is it? I would have double stacked my Wax and Spike at that point for 8 Burnout to the floor. And with 8 Burnout to the floor, we would have gotten there too. So we saw the double stack. There was a solution even if I hadn't seen this Combustible Wax. But Combustible Wax, it just made a lot of sense. It just made a ton of sense for me. So yeah, otherwise, Adaptive Mutation, big HP. It was kind of like a flex, really like a comfort zone, because the Engulfed in Smoke on holdover kind of solved my problems a little bit. But it was nice having the extra HP, right? I mean, like on Patient, he never swung, but fine. But I really want to go back to Vinemother real quick before I close this up, because I think Vinemother she performed exactly how I expected her to, and exactly how you should expect her to. How do you use this unit? You just take it, and it's good enough to stick it out in your run. It plays nicely with some very important relics in the clan, and you know what? It does fine. It gives you some extra draws, some extra stings here. It's good. It maybe backlines for you or front lines for you in a combat or two. Maybe it becomes your mainline tank, and maybe you just kind of cast it aside like I did, and that's just cool. Like, I don't feel bad having her in this run. She did something. She was better than Glugsider in that one run I did with him. So, like, by a large portion. She did stuff. Even if she just died on the Divinity, that was not her combat. I had already given up on her at that point. So it did not matter. And hey, she baited Seraph the Patient for one turn. Sure, why not? It could have mattered maybe. So, so yeah, she just did just fine. Just fine. And that's exactly what you experience and expect from a B tier unit. So yeah, that's all I've got for you. So hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I do really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you feel like it. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.